Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beat the Book, and boy, do we have a great episode for you guys today. Starting off, my name, as you guys should know by now, is MattyBets, joined by my wonderful co-host over here,
BigAL Bettor.
BigAL Bettor. Big Al, we had an insanely close, high-scoring game. It came down kind
Man,
of like to the end, kind of like how the Chiefs-Ravens did the other night. Really exciting game. Like, these are a great way to start the season with two just explosive offense, just high-scoring games. Yesterday, not as high-scoring as tonight's was, but, I mean, we had the Eagles outmatching the Packers 34-29. Um, yeah, I mean, all in all, really good game. Like I said, a lot of points, high scoring, but what was your takeaways from the game?
oh man, it was such a good game. The Packers started so strong. I'm a Packers fan, as you guys, if you've been watching, you guys know that. You're not getting the having to settle for two field goals on those first two takeaways and not getting touchdowns, that hurt the team. That's one of the reasons we lost. The kicker missed a field goal. That also hurt us. Um, Overall, a good game. The big takeaway, you're just hoping Jordan Love's okay, and it's nothing serious with the injury he had at the very last drive. Um, I mean, I feel bullish still on the Packers, provided Jordan Love's okay, and the Eagles are exactly as advertised. Like I predicted they were going to take that division. We
Yeah.
both had them having a lot of wins this season,
Mhm.
and Saquon looked incredible tonight.
Oh, Saquon looked insane. Like literally, like we've been saying, like he's everything that we thought he was gonna be. You know, like we've been saying, like all off season, like even the last couple of years, it's like Saquon's an insane talent. Just he just didn't have the team around him. He didn't have the O line to run behind, and then he goes to a dream come true and like just a dream fit in the Eagles with a great O line. They're used to running the football, and that's what the Eagles had also been missing is a talented running back and a superstar running back at that, and that's what's been keeping them from making a deep playoff push, in my opinion. So it would have been cool if he would have come back when they still had Kelsey as the center, but I mean, we saw what
hmm
he can do tonight with 3 touchdowns. Like, it's good for our bets, but yeah, I mean, the Eagles might be a problem this year.
No, they're definitely going to be a problem. And if you guys watched our schedule breakdown video, they have a tough schedule, but it's nowhere near as tough as some of the teams in this league. And Jalen Hurts threw for 270 yards tonight,
Yeah,
and he didn't even run for that many. I think he ran for 40 something.
I don't even know if he
Or
had 40. Oh, he
I
might have
think he
gotten it
had
there at the end.
38. He might have had 38, but he was right around 40. He didn't even have like a big running game because the Packers kind of kept him bottled up.
Hmm.
But Saquon was ridiculous all night long,
Yeah, Jalen
and
Hurts broke
that's
out.
not and that's the first game. Like it's not going to get worse for Saquon. If anything, it's going to get better, and it's not going to get worse for Jalen. It's not going to get worse for those receivers. Like the Eagles are going to be a problem, and that I think that was my big takeaway. Like the Eagles are a super good team, and the fact the Packers, who were kind of like they played a good game. The defense it gave up what it normally gives up throughout most of the game, but uh, for the Packers to be that close to almost have a chance to win the game against that Eagles team, that just tells you like both teams are really good. You just got to hope Jordan Love comes back healthy. But
Yeah.
let's jump into these. Let's jump into how our bets went for our predictions for how this game would go. Matt, you were on the +2.5 as I was with the Packers. We both missed on that one.
Hmm.
We had it up until that field goal at the end, and then obviously Love gets hurt with 20 seconds left in the game. So who
Yeah.
knows if that would have actually come into anything? But without if the Eagles wouldn't have taken that field goal, we would have hit the 2.5. So it was right there. The over was the play all day long. You were on the under
Yeah.
on the game.
Hmm.
I took the over. That was also our head-to-head pick, so I now have a one pick lead on you. But we're only
Yep.
2 games in, so there's
There's
tons
still
of time.
plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Hmm.
Jumping into our 4 pick parlays, you had Saquon anytime touchdown that cashed super early. You had
Hmm.
Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown, which was never really
Not even
close.
existent. Like I don't know what
Well,
they were
they
doing.
had the one goal line rush, but he got stuffed instantly, and then
Yeah.
they
Then they
stopped
threw it
after that.
to.
You And then you had AJ Brown for 40 plus yards, which hit very
Hmm.
easily, and you had Jordan Love to throw 250, and he ended up throwing for I think 261.
Yeah.
So you were one off on hitting your parlay that was plus 489 over there on FanDuel. My parlay, ching ching, we hit that sucker. Super happy about it. If you guys tailed it, congratulations. I bet it obviously.
Hmm.
It was Josh Jacobs for 70 plus rushing yards, which if you watch the first half, that was not even close to even being a thing.
Yeah. No.
Um, but in the second half, he really came alive and started. He looked like the Josh Jacobs we thought he'd be to start the
Unexpected. Yeah.
right. So he ended the game with I think close to 80 rushing yards. We took him for 70 plus, cashed that. Saquon for 50 plus, he easily got that. Romeo Doubs for 50, hit that right on the number. And then Romeo Doubs for over 3.5 reception, he ended the game with 4.
Nice.
So we cashed that one for plus 900 over there on DraftKings. I put 1 unit on it, so that's 9. That's 9 units right there. And then for touchdown scores, Matt, you had Saquon, Josh Jacobs, AJ Brown, Luke Musgraves, and Jahan Dotson.
Yeah, I know.
2 of those hit.
Okay,
AJ
Jahan
hit.
Dotson was
Saquon
the
hit.
reach. Just
It was a
putting that
flyer. It
out
was a
there.
flyer
Yeah.
because it was really, really good odds for it.
Hmm.
And then I had Romeo, who didn't hit. I had AJ Brown also, and I had the Packers defense. They did not. They had a couple chances where
They
there could have
did.
been pick
They
sixes,
had
and I
two.
was like, "Yo, this might be it," because I placed that bet. It was plus 450. I also tailed your Saquon bet, so I hit on Saquon. I hit on AJ Brown, and then you had a flyer in there also for Saquon for 2 touchdowns, which did cash, and I tailed that. So I had a good night on the bets we gave you guys on the channel. I ended the night plus 13. Matt ended the night just -1, which isn't too bad considering how many bets we threw out there. Matt threw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Yeah.
touchdown scorer bets, plus the parlay, plus he missed on both the predictions for the game. So
Yeah.
overall, to only be down -1 on that kind of a night, not too bad.
Mm-mm.
Um, but yeah, that's the takeaway from the game, and that's the takeaway from our our bets for you guys on the game. Matt, anything to
Mm.
add there? Or
No, it's just the game didn't go the way that I wanted to. Obviously, like it did for points wise, like touchdown scores. Like yeah, I took a
there's
little bit
so many
more, and then still
touchdowns.
took the under. Um, But I mean, we saw what Saquon can do. I do like the fact that I did the
Mhm.
Saquon for 2 touchdowns. That one obviously was a big win to kind of cut the losses that we had on the night. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it was just a great game overall. Saquon's going to be huge. He actually might be the McCaffrey of last year, where we're just taking him to score a touchdown every week. That's the
I
biggest
will
takeaway.
I will throw in, if you guys watched our futures bets video, I did take Saquon to lead the league in rushing touchdowns.
Hmm.
That was plus 2,200, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So
I mean, it
and
looks good.
you can still bet futures right now too. So
Hmm.
you can still go bet that future. I don't, but based on this game, I mean, a hat trick in your first game.
Yeah, exactly.
And he looked so fast. He didn't look like he'd lost a step at all.
Mm-mm. On his one goal line carry too, it was insane. He like pushed 3 people.
He carried
Like,
3 guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He benches six
Well,
or he squats six hundred
and
pounds. Like,
in the broadcast, yeah, they're talking about him squatting 600, and then Courtney, our sister, she's sitting there and she's like, "This guy can squat 600." She's like, "It's just crazy that he's just pushing this guy." It's like the biggest guys in the league are like maybe 400.
yeah,
So he's like, "Oh
exactly.
yeah, I'll just bend squat you, and then if you add in like a linebacker who's 220, it's like, oh, now we're
Yeah.
close to my 600. Like I can
Mhm.
still put, and then now my lineman's helping push me. It's like, I don't know, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
So, all right, you ready to jump into the Sunday slate of games, Matt?
Yeah, this is gonna be a doozy, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of money
It's
to
gonna
be
be a
made.
doozy. Guys, we're in for probably a longer video, just so you guys know out the gate. So the way we're gonna do this, Matt, we're
Yep.
going to jump into. You've got 5 games. I have 5 games. We're talking over, unders, and spreads. We're not going to go through the whole slate of games just because that would take a long time. So instead, Matt's gone through the slate on his own. He's picked 5 over, unders, or spreads. I've also done the same thing. We're going to come to the table together with these 5 over, unders, and spreads, and we're going to agree on 3 to sign our names to say these are what we feel comfortable betting for you guys. So we're not just taking our own bets, but we're coming together and we're giving you guys the best bets that we can find on the slate that we think have the highest percentage chance of hitting.
Yeah,
Then
exactly.
after that, we're going to jump into a couple sets of parlays for the weekend for the Sunday slate of games. And then after that, we will be jumping into our head to head for the Sunday night game. And we'll give our picks for that. We'll give our standard 4 pick parlay. And then we'll have our head to head pick for that game.
Yep. Perfect. Sounds like a plan to
Any
me.
questions?
No, honestly, like I said, like you said, I guess. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of run through the games that we like. We're not gonna go through everything; it would take way too long. Then yeah, we'll just have the 3 games that we're gonna sign our names to and give our bets for you guys to take with you, and we'll all just win some money this weekend.
Absolutely. The channel is called Beat the Book. So the whole goal of this channel is for the community and the channel, everybody that watches, if you guys tail our bets, we're trying to win every week. We're trying to make money for you guys and for us. So by coming together instead of us just being against each other all year long. We're trying to get the best picks we possibly can. So that's why for the whole slate of games on the Sunday slate of games, we're trying to just give you guys 3 solid picks that we think have a really high percentage chance of hitting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, without further ado, Matt, why don't you give me do you want to go one by one with these, or you want to give me all your 5? I'll give you all my 5, and we go from there.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm not sure. Do you want to just do 5, or you want to do either,
We'd
like,
probably
go
do
back and
5
forth?
and then just talk about it, maybe, right?
Okay, cool. I like that.
And then viewers in the chat, if you guys think we should do it the other way, then you let us know in the comments. And Matt, once we watch this back, we'll be able to be like, okay, next time let's just go
Yeah,
one at
let's
a
do
time.
this, or yeah, do it a different way. Yep, exactly.
Right. Okay, so I've got my 5 written down. So you give me your 5, and then I will give you my 5, and then we can have a little discussion about which ones we like the most.
All right, cool. I'm gonna start off then. We're going Jags at Dolphins. Spread's 3.5.
Okay.
Dolphins are at
Yes.
home. They're -3.5. I love them against the Jags. That's my pick for the spread, at least on this first game. Is -3.5 for the Dolphins.
Okay,
And
Dolphins.
yeah, it's Dolphins. They're at home in September.
3.5.
I'm taking
Okay.
Dolphins to be able to beat the Jags 3.5. Love that. I think they can win by a touchdown. And then the over/under for that game is 49.5. I do think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Dolphins are going to come out. We see what they are, and they haven't really changed anything on the offense. So I'm going to take the over 49.5 on that one too.
So these are 2 of your 5. It's just one game.
And well, no, but I do feel really good about the 3.5. The over/under is just like an extra, but
Okay. I do have 2 games.
I was
where
just
I threw
giving
in the
you
over.
everything.
I had 2 games where I threw in the over/under also because I liked the over/under.
Okay.
Plus, I liked the spread, and I was like, if you don't like one or the other, I'm still willing to throw it into our 3.
Oh, okay. I get you.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
were you wanting to throw this into the 3
I'll
if
throw
I
them both
don't
in
like
there. Yeah.
Dolphins
If you
minus
don't
three and
like
a half?
Dolphins -3.5, but you do like the over, then yeah.
What is the over?
49.5. It's 50 pretty much.
49.5. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Pick 2 for
Yep.
you.
Pick 2. We're going Cardinals at Bills, and we're taking the spread's 6.5, and we're taking the Cardinals plus 6.5 in Buffalo.
Cards plus 6.5 on the road.
It's been a while since
Okay.
we've seen Kyler Murray. I got big expectations for them. They got Marvin Harrison Jr. I think they can keep this game within 7 points.
Are you pretty high on Marvin Harrison?
I am. Yes. Marvin is
Okay.
the best receiving prospect that we've seen in a long time.
But do you think he's going to come out in a rookie year and be better than DeAndre was with Kyler?
Yes.
Really?
Really. You go look at the stats. You can quote me, fact
DeAndre's
check me on that
nuts,
one too.
though. What stats do you want me to look at?
Look at like compare at the end of the year. Hold me to it. Look at DeAndre's, his first year with the Cardinals. Next game we're going to the over under for that is 47.5. Just letting you know. I'm not sure if you want to touch that at all, but
were you wanting to touch that?
Nope, I have not touched that at all.
Then if you don't want to touch it, don't even tell me it.
All right, perfect. Next one we're jumping to is Vikings at Giants. You guys all know, if you guys watch our videos, the schedule breakdown and stuff like that, division winners. We're going to Vikings all day here, -1.5 at the Giants. They're on the road, and they're literally the road favorites. I'm gonna take that all day. Vikings -1.5.
That's FanDuel odds. DraftKings has them at 2. It has the spread at 2 points.
Oh, okay, so they're -2.
Just for reference.
Okay,
so you can,
perfect.
if you're on the Giants side, you can get 2 points. But okay, your fourth pick.
Fourth pick, Cowboys at Browns, and I don't think that you're gonna like this one at all, but I'm doing Cowboys plus 2.5. Love the spread there. Love the fact that I think the Cowboys will win this game.
Okay. I don't
and
like
you're gonna
that
give me 2.5.
we only have the same one on one of these 4. So I don't like that.
Okay. Well, we'll see if we have the next one. I feel like we probably do. We're doing Broncos at Seattle. Maybe we do. We got Seattle -5.5.
Okay, so
I think Seattle beats the Broncos by a touchdown. I'll take that to the bank all day.
DraftKings, I believe, has that at 6. So
yeah, we got 5.5 over here.
You're
on
taking
FanDuel.
Hawks.
We're taking Hawks all day. I don't like what the Broncos are.
5.5.
I don't trust the Broncos, and I like Seattle's offense. We saw it a little bit in the preseason, and they literally went all the way down the field and scored. And it did not look hard. It looked easy.
So I like 3 of your 5 that I could be persuaded to come in on. Vikings. I don't mind the Vikings minus the 1.5. I think they're going to win that game.
Yep.
I'm with you 100%. Cards is one of mine, plus 6.5.
Cardinals. Okay, perfect. Love that.
Do you want to
just
make that one right now? Do you want to make that one right
now?
now?
We have to. We have to.
Because that's on my list of 5.
Yep, if it's on your list, then we have to. If that's one of your bets, then we got to lock it in. Because we're only taking 3 of these. We're writing our name on 3 of these. So
I
Cardinals
don't
six and a
like
half.
the Dolphins. I don't like the Dolphins. If it was 2.5, I like the Dolphins.
Okay.
I don't like the 3.5. I think I can see this game being a field goal. We lose that.
Okay.
So I would take Dolphins on the over.
Okay. Well, let's
I
run
would
through
just
your
take the.
5 picks. You already told me that you had the
Okay.
Cardinals. Let's go through your other four
So I
that
got
you
the
have.
Cards plus 6.5. Okay, my first pick is Colts plus 3.
Okay.
They're at home against the Texans.
I'm a
And
homer. That's the only reason I didn't put it on the list. I'm a
okay,
homer.
that's fair. I
Yep.
like this game from the perspective of everything else. The Colts defense is a good one. Anthony Richardson was supposed to be the whole year. I love the coach. The offense has only gotten better. Jonathan Taylor was a league leading rusher just 2 years. Was it 2 or 3 years
It
ago?
was 3. He got last year was the contract year
2021.
before he got
2021.
injured. Yeah.
2021, he led the league in rushing. 2022, Josh Jacobs did. So
Mhm.
2021, we're not too far removed. He got paid. Anthony Richardson is a Jalen Hurts type, Lamar Jackson esque player. We don't know how good his arm is and his accuracy is, but we know he can run the rock. So I like the Colts. You're going to give me 3 points on a home team in week 1. I'll take the chance that Stephon Diggs being in that locker room for the Texans has created a little strife. I'll take the chance that the Texans start with a little hiccup and just can't win by more than 3. Maybe they win by 2. Maybe they win by 1. Maybe they lose. But,
Mhm.
I don't mind the plus 3. Okay. Then my second pick was the Cards. I love the Steelers right now at plus 3.5 against the Falcons.
Yeah, I know you do.
Mike Tomlin is 14-1 in his last 15 against the Falcons. Arthur Smith is in a revenge game against the Falcons because he was their head coach and he's now the OC. We don't know if it's Justin Fields or Russ Wilson, but that doesn't even matter. If it was Kenny Pickett, I'd still like the Steelers.
Okay.
That defense is ridiculous, and we're talking about Falcons offense we know nothing about. We know Kirk Cousins coming off an Achilles.
Yep.
We know the pieces they've had are supposed to be really good, but they've had years with Kyle Pitts. They've had years with Drake London, and they've done nothing spectacular.
Yes. So
Bijan's great. No one's questioning that.
I don't mind your
So,
pick there for the reasons that you gave. Okay, but I'm gonna jump in there. I'm gonna try to change your mind on this one. Okay. You've said it before too, and you said it's a revenge game for Arthur Smith.
yes. You're going to flip it and
I'm
say it's
gonna
a
flip
revenge
it.
game for
It's
the
a revenge
players.
game for the players, saying, "Hey, look what
Sure.
you did to us, and look how much you held us back. We're gonna show you how good we actually are and how good we can be when we actually have a decent coach and a good quarterback, and we're gonna kill you."
Okay,
That's what
sure.
I
But
think.
you're saying, and I understand you're saying that. Now, here's my counter to that, right? You're talking about a rookie head coach against Mike Tomlin, who's never had a losing season and is
Yep.
playing a team that had a losing record last season.
Yeah. Mhm.
I That's hard for me to bet
Okay.
against. And
Let's see
not
your
only
next
that,
ones. Maybe
I
your
like
next ones
I
will.
like I like the Steelers at 2.5, and I liked them at 3. It's 3.5 now, so they can lose by a field goal. We still hit.
Okay.
Anyway, my next pick, and this one I put in the over. The next two, my last two, I put in the over under as well because I don't mind the over under.
Okay.
This game, Raiders Chargers.
Okay.
Raiders plus 3. I love.
Raiders at Chargers, or
Yes.
they?
It's
Okay.
Raiders at Chargers.
Okay, and they're +3.
They're plus 3. This team got Gardner Minshew as a new guy. Same coach. I believe the OC is the same.
Mhm.
The Chargers are under a whole new deal. It's
Yeah.
new coach, new regime, new everything. Justin Herbert's questionable going into this game. He will
Yeah.
probably, let's assume he plays. Let's assume he plays. Even if he plays, I like the Raiders more. They
Okay.
added Christian Wilkins, who was the best Dolphins player, to their. He was like the sack leader for the Dolphins, and now he's on the other side of Max Crosby, so they're going to be able to rush the passer really good. And you've got Devontae Adams, who's the best receiver Gardner Minshew's ever been able to throw to.
Yeah. So my only issue with this game is the fact that there's unknowns on both sides. We don't know how good Gardner Minshew is actually going to be on the Raiders. We also, I mean, with the Chargers, like you said, we don't know what the Chargers are going to look like either. So I don't really like taking games like this and putting my name on it, that I'm going to bet on it when there's so much unknown. Like, I understand, like, the whole Steelers-Falcons thing, but it's like it is known how good those receivers can be and the weapons that they have can be. But when there's question marks on both sides of the ball and there's that much change, it kind of steers me away from even betting on the spread or the over-under because I'm just not sure. Like, give me a week to see it, then I'll start taking them. But first week of the season, I'm not comfortable taking something like that with a pick.
Okay. So the only other thing I've got on here, because I felt like you might not be on the Raiders plus the
Okay.
3. So this is the lowest spread of the whole week. The
Yep.
lowest total for the whole week. It's 39.5. It's sub 40.
Okay.
It's the only one. So I like the over here.
For the Raiders and Chargers?
Yes.
I
You
get
have
behind you
Justin
with
Herbert.
that.
You
I
have Justin
see.
Herbert
Yeah.
throwing the ball. You have Devontae Adams on the other side. You've
Yep.
got Gardner Minshew, who was on a team that put up 20 points every week for like 8 or 10 straight weeks.
Yeah.
The Raiders are going to score points, and the Chargers with Herbert's going to score points too, regardless how good the defense is. So I just feel like 40 is super gettable.
I would get on board with that.
Okay,
I would get on
so
board with the over
I
at
don't know if
39
that
and a half.
swayed you off your picks, but okay, so we'll put that in there as a maybe,
We'll put that in.
or do
You
you want
like
to
it
make
and
it
I
one?
like it. Yeah, let's make it one. I like the over there.
Okay, over 40 on the Raiders. Well,
Mhm.
it's 39 and a
It's
half at
39 and a
DraftKings.
half. Yeah.
I don't know. Is that same on FanDuel?
Same. Yep.
Okay. Okay. And then my final one is Commanders Bucks.
Commanders and Bucks. Okay, I'm listening.
And I don't like the Commanders plus the 3.5, and I
Good.
don't like the Bucks the minus 3.5. I just like the over of 42.5.
Yeah.
You have a rookie quarterback that could make mistakes in Jaden Daniels, but
Mhm.
by making mistakes, that means he's taking chances, which means I think they're probably going to score points. And you have a second year for Baker in the same system, same coaches. Well, he lost his OC, but same
Mhm.
offense aside from the coordinator. Same, all the weapons. Mike Evans still there. Godwin's still there. Rashad White's still there. The O line's still there. So I think Baker's only going to be better this year after a playoff win last year. And so
Yeah.
they're going to score 20, 30 points on their own. And then you just need the Commanders to not lay a goose egg and, make it somewhat competitive. And I think that over hits, and it's 42.5, which is it's not the second lowest, but it's right in line. Like Panthers, Saints, Vikings, Giants, those are all
Yeah.
41.5. So it's 1 point more,
Mhm.
but it's still on the lower end of games this
Yeah.
week.
I like it. I like the over there. I like Baker and what the boys are doing over there in Tampa Bay, and I'm really high on Jaden Daniels this year too. So if it goes the way that I think it will, what we saw from the Bucks last year, and then also Jaden Daniels, if he's pretty good, then yeah, I could see that easily being over 42 and a half.
Okay, so let's
I
let's
got it.
jump in here because we got three. We have three.
We have three.
Technically we have four. Okay, we have four to pick between. We've got the over on the Commanders, right?
Yep.
We've got the Colts plus 3, which we're both kind of into. We've got the Dolphins over, Dolphins Jags over,
Mhm.
and we have the Vikings minus the 1.5.
Okay.
Which one of those four do you want to make our third pick?
What are the two that we already have guaranteed?
We have the over
On
40
the
on the
Raiders,
over 39.5 on the
and then we
Raiders,
have the
and we have the
spread on the
Cards plus
Cardinals.
the 6.5. Yep.
I really like the Vikings at minus 1.5.
Sam Darnold, Justin Jefferson.
Yep, it's JJ against the Jets, or sorry, against the Giants. But do you see the Giants winning that game?
I don't, but I just they're at home.
Yeah. Then let's do the over on the Commanders.
Does
I'm
FanDuel show you?
I'm fine with the Commanders over or the Vikings. I'm fine with all those. Like I wouldn't mind paying all four of those picks, but we're only doing three, so you can be the
We
deciding
have to
factor
just
here.
add one.
Yep.
Well, okay, but if you weren't going to take Vikings, and I'm not even saying I don't want to take it because I kind of do.
Yeah.
If what would be your second? What's your
It'd be the
what's your
Commanders over.
one B?
It'd be the Commanders and Bucks.
Ah, frick.
Because I don't like the spread there, but I do like the over under with the teams that we have.
I just feel like that game could be like a firefight. Because
Okay.
do we really trust either of those defenses?
No.
The Commanders shipped out Chase Young and Sweat, so their
Exactly.
defense should not be.
That's why we take the over. Because defenses are gonna suck.
So you want to make that third?
Yeah.
So we're on
We're on Commanders
Bucks.
over. We're talking
Bucks
on.
Commanders over 42.5.
Yep. Raiders Chargers over.
39.5, and
And
Cards
Cards
plus the 6.5.
plus the 6.5.
And those are the best edges you think we've got on
Yeah.
the book?
Those are the three picks that we have on the book this week for the Sunday slate of
Okay.
games. Mhm.
I feel good about it.
I do too.
I feel really good about it. Okay, let me so just so you guys know, what does that look like if we parlay those?
Plus 596
If
for me over here.
Oh, you already threw them together?
Yep.
Okay.
So
Plus
you're looking at
596.
plus 596 plus
Almost 6 units.
yep, almost 6 units back for one.
Which
So
honestly isn't that bad.
No, it's not. It's only 3 games, but it's like, think about it. Like, if like these are the ones that we found, they all hit. Guess what? We're doing this every single week on Sundays. Every single week, come back here. We'll get you a plus 600, and there we go. And we're gonna go as many weeks in a row that we can, getting them all right.
Okay. Well,
And
obviously,
it's just free money.
I'm betting all these single units,
Mm-hmm.
but I will probably throw a unit on the parlay just because. We vetted it. We feel good about it.
Exactly.
So, okay. With that being said, guys, there are your picks for what we think is the 3 safest picks of the week. The
Mm-hmm.
ones we like the best. Not even necessarily safe. It's just the ones we
The
think are the
best.
best.
Mm-hmm.
The best that you could get with the slate of games. I do think we'll give honorable mention if you were going to take a 4th and 5th. Vikings -1.5, and then I don't know about Matt. Steelers 3.5 is calling my name.
Okay. And then
I don't
also
trust
we will take. I
Atlanta.
mean, the most honorable mention would be the Colts plus 2.5 or plus 3, depending on which book you look at. But I'm not gonna
I'm
put my name
definitely
on it
on the
because I
Colts
am a
this week as
homer.
well.
So that's my team. So
Yeah,
I'm not putting my name on it. But I'm just saying that it
but
would
for the
definitely
sake of
be.
the show and the picks we're giving out,
Mhm.
Cards plus 6.5, over 39, over 42. Commanders, Raiders.
Yep. There
Raiders,
we go.
Commanders, in that order.
Mhm.
Moving on to the next stage of the game, Matt. I've written all mine down, but you'll have to give me yours.
Yep.
We're going into our parlays. So, guys, for the parlays, what we're gonna do, we're gonna give you guys 3 separate parlays. We're each gonna give you our own. One's gonna be touchdown scores for the slate of games. We're not touching the primetime games. It's just the main slate of games, the 10 a.m.s and the 1:30s. That's West Coast time. Um, and then we're going to give you prop bets. We're going to max of 6 players, prop bets. And then a third parlay is going to be prop bets mixed with touchdown scores, max of 6 picks. Um, None of mine are 6 picks. I've got 5s across the board.
Okay.
I'm going to let you start, Matt, with touchdowns.
Yep.
Then I'll give you mine. I'll give you my prop bets. You give me your prop bets, and then you end with props and
Mix.
touchdowns, and then I'll give you my prop and touchdowns.
Perfect. Sounds good to me. All right. Starting off, we're going with the, not really the king of football, but the king-ish of running backs, maybe the prince. We're going with Bijan Robinson. Anytime touchdown, minus 105 there. Bijan Robinson.
B-Rob.
We're going with the Falcons. We're going to kind of just cruise through these. We're also going Zach Moss.
Do you have your odds?
Yeah, I said minus 105.
I didn't hear that part.
Oh, you're good. Minus
That's why I
105 for
asked.
Bijan. He is the favorite there,
Okay.
which isn't surprising at all. It's the revenge game for him against the Steelers. And then we got Zach Moss, old Colts running back last year. He's on the Bengals now,
Z-Moss.
too.
Okay. What are the odds on that pup?
The odds on that puppy are plus 145. So a little
Ooh,
juicier than the Bijan.
plus.
Yeah, we're getting
Ooh,
plus right
okay.
there. He's the third highest ranked, by the way.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, not at all. Then I am a homer, so we got to throw something Colts in here. We're taking Jonathan Taylor for anytime touchdown, minus 125. He is the favorite in that
Mm-hmm.
game. Not a big shocker there. And then we're going with JJ, baby. We're going plus 135 on Justin Jefferson to get a touchdown. You're going to give me plus odds on Jefferson to get a touchdown? I'll take that.
Plus one what? 35?
Yeah, plus 135.
It's because they don't trust Sam Darnold.
Yep.
The
And
books.
yeah, very true.
Do you have
And
a
then
5th?
I do have a 5th, and we're juicing this one up a little bit more too. We're taking the main running back for the Buffalo Bills besides Josh Allen. We're taking James Cook plus 115 against the Arizona Cardinals. That just seems like a softball to me. Seems
Plus
like a layup.
115.
Yeah, plus 115. With the grand total of that parlay, if you're going to take them straight bets, there you go. You have the odds there. But if you're going to parlay them all together, like we're trying to do
Yep.
here, it's plus 4250. So 42 times your, 42
Plus 4250 on
on FanDuel.
FanDuel.
hmm America's #1 sports book, by the way.
Well, actually, DraftKings is, but
Yeah, well, they say it in all the commercials. Every sports book's apparently the #1. So, yep, that's my touchdown parlay for you guys, and I feel
okay.
really good about it.
I have one of your picks in mind, and you get actually 10 better on your odds than DraftKings gives. Mine are through DraftKings. Matt's are through FanDuel. If you guys are new to the channel, and obviously, Matt, you can bet all of these solo, but the whole point of this segment is parlays,
Yep.
so we know that going in. Okay, that's plus 4250. That's 42 units if you bet one. That's great. 42 and a half units. That's actually kind of nuts. Okay. I've got JJ as well on
Okay.
DraftKings. He's plus 125. I just think we saw the stats. He gets like 98 yards a game. Sam Darnold, like even a terrible quarterback can find a great receiver.
Mm-hmm.
So when receivers open, they're open. Okay. As a second, which you might like this one, I've got Raheem Mostert
Okay.
at plus 130. He's the third or fourth favorited on that list. He's Achan's second, so he's like way back. But as we know from last year watching, Mostert was the guy that got the ball more in the goal line situations. And we already had that as a potential over on our list of games we were picking. So we think that's
Yeah.
going to be high scoring anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, I have Kenneth Walker for the Seattle Seahawks. He's at minus 105. It's a new coach, it's a new scheme, but running the ball always works, and it's a defensive coach. Defensive coaches like to run the ball. So I think Kenneth Walker plays there. He's minus 105. Mostert was plus 130 if I didn't say that. My fourth pick is Mike Evans at plus 130.
Okay.
In the last 8 seasons, he's had a touchdown in game one, 5 of the last 8. And he tied Tyreek Hill for leading the league in receiving touchdowns last season. He's plus 130 because the books are kind of fading Baker, I guess. And
Mm-hmm.
then my final pick is like my biggest reach, and it's to me it's not even that big of a reach, but I've got Devontae Adams at plus 205 to get a
That's nice.
touchdown. And Gardner Minshew was able to score points last year with the Colts, so I think having the best receiver he's ever played with will be a step up, and he'll be able to find Devontae. This parlay, if you parlay all 5, pays out 69.87, so basically 7,000.
Mm-hmm. So pretty much, yeah, it's almost 70
70
units.
times 70 units, which is absolutely insane, and
Yep.
I can easily see all of those happening.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
So
I
those are
like it
mine.
too. You'll have to send that to me so I can put a unit on it. But let's
Oh,
move on to
absolutely.
our stats only. So just
Okay,
prop bets.
just prop
It's
bets.
a
All right,
prop parlay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
go
start this
ahead.
one off. My odds are not nearly as high on this one, just because I
Yeah.
played this one a touch safer. Okay, so the first one I've got Joe Mixon
Okay.
for 75 plus receiving and rushing yards.
Okay.
Second, I have Joe Burrow for 225 passing yards. He's playing the Patriots. I feel like that's kind of easy. And Joe Mixon, he's been known to catch some screen passes. I think he'll have a good game, 40 to 60 yards, and then if he just gets a quick couple screen passes, he rips a big one. He's right on the number, right?
Yeah, we'll see
Uh,
how he melds with the Texans, but
but I just think the upside of having, if he breaks one big run or he breaks one big pass by taking rushing and receiving, you're right. You're right there. I've got Tony Pollard for 40 plus rushing yards his first season with the Titans.
okay.
I think they're going to try to run the ball a little bit, and he is the one out there. So 40 doesn't seem like too much. All of these were minus money, by the way. I didn't write the odds down for these,
Okay.
but almost all of these were minus money. This next one, my fourth pick, this one is plus money. It's Travis Etienne. I'm taking him for 100 plus receiving and rushing
Dang,
yards.
I'm going high on that one.
He's shifty and he's quick, and if that offense can be good in the first game against Miami, and I'm banking on Miami's defense not being as good as last year because they lost their best pass rusher. So I think he's going to do. I'm guessing 60 to 70 yards rushing, and then he breaks a big screen. Right,
Okay.
that's pretty much the idea there. And then I've got Mike Evans again for over 5 reception. He's done that 5 of the last 8 seasons
Okay.
in game one.
All right.
And then if you didn't like the 5 receptions, you could switch that for 60 plus yards in game one. He had 66 yards last year, his first year with Baker. So this second year with Baker, he should be a little bit better.
Okay.
So, and both pay out relatively, like the
The
odds on the
same.
4.5 receptions and 60 plus yards, they're off by just a touch, but it's not going to affect your parlay too much. This parlay plays out plus 200, plus 22.39. So 22 and a third units.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy because I guess you have pluses. All of mine are minuses. So
No, like I said, the only plus I believe in there was ETN.
yeah. Because that was what, 5 picks for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 6 picks and it doesn't pay out that much either.
Okay.
So
I can't wait to hear 'em.
Yeah, we're gonna jump into it. We're going straight off the bat. We're going Kyler Murray, 25 plus rushing yards. Seems like a softball. They're playing against the Bills. Like, yeah, people might be like, oh, the Bills defense though. It's like Bills defense got worse. Enough said. Like, give me Kyler Murray coming back. He's gonna scramble. He's gonna get 25 yards. I think it's just kind of dumb to not take Kyler for 25 yards. He's always running. That's what he's known for. That's
Kyler
what he does.
25 plus rushing.
Yep, that's it. Minus 186. It's a big
Okay.
minus, but who cares? Then next, we're going Jalen Warren over 46.5 rushing and receiving yards.
Ooh, you did a little rush receiving too, huh?
I did, of course. Yeah,
What was the
I
number?
smiled a little bit. 46.5 rushing and receiving yards at minus 115. Jalen Warren's kind of like their
Bar.
third down back. Like, he doesn't get a ton of work. At least last year, we didn't see him get a ton of work. I think his workload will actually go up, and I think the books are actually wrong about this one.
Okay.
I think he's gonna have a big game. And then next we got Jalen Waddle. We already talked about this game a little bit earlier. We're going Dolphins, and we're doing Jalen Waddle 4+ receptions.
I don't mind 4 catches for the young man.
4 catches for the young man. Last year he started off
I thought you were going to do
slow.
something crazy like 75 yards or something.
No.
4 catches?
It's just 4 catches. That's it. It's minus 350, so it's most likely gonna happen. You're not getting really good odds on it. Next we got Tank Dell 40+ yards. It's minus 205. Like, the books know that it's gonna happen. How many yards? 40. That's it. Tank Dell.
Seems pretty. That's one big play.
It's literally just one pass, really, from.
Well, how many we saw 3 or 4 busted coverages tonight in the Packers-Eagles game.
Yep.
Because there were so many.
And we saw 2 last night.
And then we saw, was it 2?
Yeah.
There was the Xavier Worthy one. I don't remember what the second one was.
It was their.
Oh, Isaiah Likely?
Yeah,
was it Likely?
The Likely one. Technically on a busted coverage, but still was. But moving on, we got Jordan Addison, 4+ receptions for the Vikings. I think that one's a pretty easy one.
4 catches?
It's 4 catches, minus 140. You're still at minus money. I love it when the books give it minus money for something I think is really likely to happen.
He's the second out there?
He's the second out there, and you also got to understand, like, well, unless you count Hawkinson. Hawkinson might be the second out there, but you got to understand it's a new quarterback. Yeah, exactly. So, but Jordan Addison's going to be out there, and he's going to be the number 2, and you got a new quarterback. So, new quarterback, he's going to be looking at Justin Jefferson, of course. Like, why wouldn't you? But Jefferson's going to be, they're going to try to shadow him, double him. Like, they're not going to be worried about Addison, and I think Addison can get easily 4 catches. So, and then we have. Oh, go ahead. We got one more pick.
What if Darnold comes in and it's basically Brock Purdy from 2 years ago?
It'd be awesome.
And he's like, I have Addison, who was a killer last year when JJ was hurt. I have JJ, and then like I can just
the best receiver he's ever played with too.
And I have Hawkinson rolling in, who the year he got traded from Detroit was a savage.
Mm-hmm. But our next pick, we're going
offensively stacked.
We're going with a rookie.
You have 6
here.
For this one.
Yeah, we got a rookie here. We got Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey for the Chargers. Who are the Chargers throwing to? Who's their number 1 over there? Who's their number 1 over there? Exactly.
Couldn't tell you.
His name is Ladd McConkey. We're taking him.
A receiver?
Yeah, he's a receiver.
Okay.
Rookie receiver.
Sounds like a tight end name.
Yeah, no, I know. We're taking him over 37.5 receiving yards. Easy.
That's it?
37. They don't have any other weapons. They got rid of all of them. It's 37.5. It's minus 113. Total parlay pays out 1676. It's just a quick way to get in, get your almost 17 units, and get out. And just enjoy football with the rest of the family.
I don't mind them Ladd McConkey, dude. If he's going to be the only guy, even if Justin Herbert doesn't play and they put in a backup, it's like you can still scheme up something to get this guy 30. Like, that's nothing.
If he's your number 1 or even number 2, I mean, number 2s get 37 yards. So sign me up for that one.
Okay.
But now we'll jump into our mixed one, which I'm actually excited about because I actually did take one of your guys that you had in your touchdown parlay.
Okay, so full disclosure for mine, I only used the guys from my mix, from my other 2.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I wanted to keep it all different. I didn't take any duplicates. So
I just merged the 2 parlays. I already feel good about.
I wanted to just give extra picks on picks that I hadn't talked about or mentioned because there's a lot that I like this week. So we're gonna start off like you said, Kenneth Walker touchdown. I think that's pretty much a slam dunk. I think it's easy. It's up there. Okay. Then we're also taking Jalen Waddle for a touchdown as well. Plus 165. I think Waddle's going to get it. I mean, Tyreek Hill's going to try to be doubled. He'll never actually ever be doubled, but they're going to try to double him. I think Jalen Waddle will get a touchdown in that game. Then we got Josh Allen rushing yards, 25 plus. Same thing we did with Kyler Murray. It's minus 178. It's most likely going to happen. It's Josh Allen. That's what he's known for. We know who Josh Allen is. And then we're also going Caleb Williams.
Oh, stop.
Yep, here we go. It started. Caleb Williams, touchdown, passing touchdowns.
4 interceptions?
Passing touchdowns, we're going 2 plus, minus 114. He's throwing 2 touchdowns. He has 2 touchdowns.
Wait, how many touchdowns?
2 plus.
Just 2.
Yeah, just 2. He has too many weapons to not actually get 2 passing touchdowns. So
He
I
might run 2 in by himself.
yeah, but
He likes to
you're
scramble.
gonna like this one a lot though. We're
Okay.
taking our last pick on this one. We're taking Jonathan Taylor, receiving yards.
Okay.
Ready for the number?
Yep.
It's his over under.
It's ungodly. It's gonna be like 45.
Over 12 and a half.
That's it.
Over 12 and a half receiving yards.
That's one screen pass.
That's one screen pass. And that's minus the 113.
12.5
Total payout for this
plus
one is plus 27.59. So, another
reception.
yeah, it's 27 units. I'll be happy with it.
Wait, so it's 1, 2, 3. It's a 5 picker.
Yep, it's 5 picker.
So just to go.
We got 2 touchdowns on there.
Okay, so just to go back through it real
Yep,
quick.
we got
Kenneth
Kenneth
Walker touchdown.
and Jalen
Jalen
Waddle
Waddle touchdown.
touchdown. Josh Allen rushing
Josh Allen
25.
25 plus rushing. Caleb Williams 2 touchdowns passing.
Yep. And
And
then Taylor over 12
Jonathan
and a half.
Taylor to catch over 13 yards.
Yep. Seems like a softball.
I,
That last one
what's
is
the
just
odds? What's the odds on that last one? Just straight up.
minus 113. It seems like a dumb easy bet.
I'm gonna circle that. I'm going to bet that by itself.
I might be throwing 10 units on it. We'll
I'll
see.
I'll throw a unit on that. That feels so gettable. I mean, we'll see what Anthony Richardson. That's one screen pass if Shane Steichen dials a screen pass.
Yeah, which they're going to.
If memory serves, he did that quite a bit that year the Eagles went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. It's a no-brainer for me.
Okay, I'm going to jump into mine real quick. So I have, like I said, these are all picks that I already had in the other two. But so the first one I added was Mixon for the 75-plus rushing receiving.
Yep.
The second one that I feel great about is the Mostert touchdown.
Mhm.
The third one is Pollard for the 40-plus rushing.
Yep.
Fourth one is the Kenneth Walker touchdown. I'm marrying you there. I just think
Love it.
he's the one constant in that offense, and
No matter
he
what
played
changes in that
so
offense,
good
he's
last
going
year.
to score.
He was so good. And then I did throw my one flyer of the touchdowns, and I threw Devontae Adams in this one.
Okay, to
For a
juice it up
touchdown.
a little bit. I get you.
Just to juice it. Yeah, this one pays out plus 4,100 on DraftKings.
Okay. Perfect. I love it.
But yeah, that's pretty good. And obviously, there's no guarantees any of these hit. Parlays are risky in general, right?
Mhm.
But like, if you took mine and they all hit, you're talking 70 plus 22. That's 92 plus 41, 133 units in one
Mhm.
weekend.
And
Off risking 3. And yours, you'd be at 42, 58, 78, not
yeah.
80 units.
And that's the thing too, is like a lot of these, like I know that a lot of people can't actually bet online, but if you can bet online, there's definitely bonuses to making bets like this where you kind of can get a little risky where you can cash out early if you want to. Like a lot of books give you that option. So if you can cash out early and you put a unit in there and you can cash out for not the 27 units that you could get, but maybe 10 units because you had 3 of the legs hit, then, maybe
Right.
take your 10 units and just, walk away and just be like, hey, I still won on it because it's still 10 units that I wouldn't have if nothing else hit. So just another something to keep in the back pocket. But that's why we like doing parlays, especially for me. I like doing parlays, bigger payout if you actually do hit them all right. And then also the cash out option is very nice too. So to try to get you even.
And lots of people, parlays are fun. Everybody makes parlays, so we might as well make you guys some parlays that we've actually done some research on and that we're already leaning towards and have a higher percentage take than just like, oh, let me just pull a game up, look at some random odds, and just throw a bunch of random things in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's, I think, sort of our idea behind giving you guys some parlay ideas for each Sunday and then particularly each game. So, and if you guys didn't catch all that, it's all good. At the end of all the videos, we have a whole table with all the bets we've actually taken on it. So stay tuned for the end. We always keep it at the very end, like a 30-second screen, so you can just pause that, make those bets, screenshot it, whatever you need to do. Matt, let's move into Sunday Night Football. This will be a head-to-head. Obviously, we'll make our picks for that. We'll also have our 4-pick parlay like we do for all our normal primetime games.
Yes,
and
sir.
We'll pick the spread and the over-under and give the audience our leans on that.
Yes, sir. All right. Let's do it.
So,
Sunday Night Football. We got the Los Angeles Rams at the Detroit Lions. A rematch of a great playoff game last year, the semifinals. I mean, there's going to be everything that you want in this game, right? I mean,
yes.
We love watching Stafford. We love watching Goff. We love the history with them, switching teams. We love both coaches, too. I mean, Dan Campbell, you got Sean McVay. Love the running backs, too, on either side of the ball. Um, yeah, I mean, the way that I'm leaning here in this game is I'm actually favoring the home team.
Okay, you want to give us the line, or do you want me to do that?
I mean, the line's 4.5. I can give it. Line's 4.5. So Lions are -4.5, and I really like the Lions at -4.5. I think the Rams. I love the Rams this year, but I see the Lions taking care of business week 1 and winning by a touchdown.
And then the over/under is set at what?
52.5. And that's the one where
DraftKings
it's
has
like,
it.
yeah,
DraftKings has it at 52.
okay.
Um, what's your lean on this game?
My lean's the over.
Okay, I'm also on the over. Do you want to play 52 or you want to play 52.5?
Let's play 52. I like that.
I think we play the
Less,
solid number as
yeah.
well.
I like 52. If we're both on the over there, where are you leaning for the spread?
I'm also on the over. Mike, let me ask you a question, just
Here
for
we go for science. Yeah.
At what number would you switch swap to the Rams?
7.5.
So they'd have to give you a full touchdown
They'd
for you
have
to
to give me a
switch.
full touchdown for me to actually take the Rams in this game.
Okay.
How about you?
Okay.
I'm guessing you're on the Rams.
I'm on the Rams. I'm heavy.
Okay.
If you guys watch any of our videos, and Matt knows this, I'm very heavy on the Rams, regardless for this whole season. Uh, they're my pick to win the NFC West. So I think they're going to come in and get revenge for how that playoff game went, and I think Stafford is just ridiculous. So I think they're going to come in and I think they easily cover this. I'm 90% likely to make a money line bet on this game,
Okay.
and I'm going to take the Rams to upset the Lions week
Okay.
1.
So what's your pick
But
here?
I love the over.
What are you picking here for your best bet
I'm
for us against
1,000%
these
bet.
two?
I'm 1,000% best betting the +4.5.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna take the over. I told myself I was like, if you do take the spread, I'm going the opposite way, and I'm taking the Lions to cover. I
Oh,
had
did you
to.
tell yourself that?
I did. So I'm taking the
Because
Lions.
you got to get one back.
Well, yeah, exactly. And also,
Because
I
we
just
tied. We
I just
tied the
know the
first
Lions are
night.
gonna win this game,
We
and they're gonna
tied the
win it
first night.
in fashion.
I won. I won on the Packers
hmm
over, and so now you have got to get one back. So you're just gonna take whatever I didn't take.
Yep. If you want to take the
What?
over, I wasn't just gonna sit with you and take the over as well. Even
So
though
if I take. So
if
if
you,
I switch and take over, you're still gonna
n-
take the -4.5.
yeah, but if you were gonna take the under, then
I'm
I
not
would have
taking the under.
then I would have
I
taken
was
the
never on
over.
the. I was never on the under for this game.
I
There's a
mean,
reason the books have this is the highest game of the
I
week.
knew where you sit with the Rams, so I knew that you were gonna take them. So I was like, yeah, the spread's probably gonna be
Listen,
opposite for both of
this
us.
thing started at 3.
Yeah,
It's moved to 4.5. That tells
there's a
you a lot.
reason. Yeah, it
No,
tells you that the Lions are gonna win.
but if I liked him at 3, why wouldn't I take the extra 1.5?
I don't. I love the Rams, but I don't love them at 4.5.
All right, so you're on the -4.5 for your head-to-head
Yep.
pick.
Mhm.
Okay, this is fun. This is fun. Okay,
Mhm.
let's jump into the 4-pick parlays. You guys got our
Okay.
picks for that. Matt, go ahead. Give me what you got for your 4-pick parlay.
Uh,
We've been really close. Also, like I
you
hit the
hit the
Packer
one.
one tonight. You were one off on it, and on night 1, I was one off on my other
And we don't
one,
have to talk
and
about mine. We don't have to talk
yours
about
was
it.
a little
The
rough.
game
But
did not
that's
go
just
how I wanted it to.
the game didn't go according to the
The
script.
script. Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. Let's jump into this. We got
All right,
Cooper Cup anytime touchdown. Easy. It's easy. Cooper Cup. He's the number one. He's gonna get a touchdown. Okay. It's at plus
Cup.
130. Yep. Cup
Ooh,
touchdown
okay.
plus 130. Next.
ATD.
And next,
Okay.
this one might shock some people.
Okay.
Okay. We're going Blake Corum over 24.5 rushing yards.
B. Corum. Who does he even play for?
You don't know?
He's the Rams backup.
Yep.
How many? 24
24.5.
rushing.
Yep.
He's supposed to be really good this year, right?
Yes. And he's right behind Kyron. Kyron's going to
He's
get
right behind.
a lot of
Third down
work,
back.
third down back, get him in there and let him score. And also,
Sure.
funny fact for everybody, if you guys don't know this, Kyron Williams is going to start doing kick returns.
I didn't know that.
So let's just say he gets hurt on one of those, Blake Corum's going to have a big game.
Let's not
But,
even
well, I have him
pretend
in
like
fantasy, so let's
that's
not.
gonna happen.
Next pick for me is David Montgomery, anytime touchdown. Last year he led the team with touchdowns. He was the solid number one back. Nothing's changed. Everybody's saying, oh, he's going to be the secondary back now. He's not going to be. He's still the bigger back. He's still the bruiser. And I got him for a touchdown for sure.
Okay.
And then
And then
next,
your last,
the last one, like I
your
said,
fourth pick,
I do love the Rams. We're going Stafford over 1.5 touchdowns. Odds right there, minus
Stafford to throw
152.
2,
Yep.
plus 1.5 TDs. What do you
Mhm.
say the odds for this parlay are on
Uh,
FanDuel?
Total is plus 779.
I
So
love that.
almost 8 back. It's simple. Like that's what we're trying to
I
do.
will
We're trying to
tell
do
you,
simple.
I do tend to try to stay away from anytime touchdowns in the parlays.
Mhm.
Not because I don't think players get touchdowns, because obviously they do. It scares me.
Mhm.
Like, you're so reliant, and that can get leached, especially in a game where there's not a lot of them, you know?
Yeah, in a game like this where there will be a lot of them, I think that these two, Cooper Kupp and David
Fair.
Montgomery, I think they'll happen fairly early.
Okay.
So that's my
Okay.
fourth big parlay.
I don't hate it. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward. I like the
Mhm.
Stafford. The Stafford plus 1.5 touchdowns are
It's
pretty
easy.
clean.
It's a no-brainer.
What's the odds on that?
On the
Do you
Stafford
remember?
one, minus
Yeah,
152.
Stafford. Yeah, that feels like another one I would potentially just straight bet that thing.
Mhm. Yeah. All right, let's jump into
Okay.
yours. Yeah,
All right,
I'm
I got
curious.
mine. It's fairly simple. I'm going not mostly. I'm going based off of the stats of when they played in the champs game.
Okay.
So I've got Jared Goff throwing for 250 plus passing yards.
Okay.
I've got Matt Stafford throwing for 250 plus passing yards. I have Cooper Kupp with 70 plus reception yards. And then I have Kyron Williams with 100 plus reception and rushing yards.
Okay. Big game
The
for the Rams.
Kyron and Kupp are both plus money. Stafford and Goff are both minus money on those picks, but the parlay comes out to plus 1,000 on DraftKings.
Okay. I don't mind that. I think you went
And
a little too heavy on the Rams, in my opinion, but
Goff and Stafford both threw for like
yeah, it was
really close to
insane.
300
Yeah.
in that game. Um, I think Stafford was actually over 300. I think he threw for close to he was like way over 300.
Mm.
Goff was really high twos. So I think that's super doable for both of them. Goff's at home, so he's going to do better, and Stafford's back in his old home. So
Mhm.
those feel safe to me. And then I just expect Kupp to have a bigger game than he did in the champs game. In the champs game, he only had 30 yards off 5 catches, and
Yeah.
that's not normal.
No, I agree.
I wanted to take Kupp for receptions, but his line's 5.5,
No,
and
I
I
was
couldn't
looking
find
at
an
that
alt line.
too. Yeah.
I couldn't find an alt line on the book. And he only had 5 in that champs game, and I'm not taking the under.
Yeah, no. That's dumb. You don't take the
So,
under on number ones.
and then once again, with the rushing receiving for Kyron, I just feel like he could get 100 just rushing, and he could also get 100 receiving if they're throwing screens and
Yeah,
dumping it off
exactly.
to him.
Mhm.
And he's dynamic,
He
so
is.
that's
For
my
sure.
take on that. So,
Mhm.
but like I said, aside from the touchdowns on yours, I don't mind him, and I don't mind at all Montgomery on the touchdown.
No, not even
The
a
Cup
little bit.
touchdowns just and Cup on a touchdown also isn't even that questionable. It's just it sucks to like. I'd rather take him for 40
Yeah.
to 60
It sucks if
yards.
like everything else hits and then you're missing the Cooper Cup touchdown and he doesn't get one. Yeah.
Like he gets tackled at the one, then they get the ball to Kyron. It's like
Mhm.
then you're just screwed. That's my only worry with the parlay. But
Mhm.
I think those are two solid ones.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
and then we've got the head-to-heads at -4.5, +4.5. We're on the opposite side of it, which is good. One of us has to win.
Yep.
We're both on the over, so I guess
It's
as
gonna be high
viewers, you
scoring.
guys bank on the over, bank on a high-scoring game. Um, Matt, we normally give touchdown leans on these
Yeah.
primetime games.
I was
Did you
kind of
have
thinking that
any
we could
touch?
skip it, but I mean, I can always look.
Yeah, if you just want
Okay.
to pull it
David
up real quick,
Montgomery's
I've
minus
got.
140. We got Kyron Williams. He's at minus 115.
Just give me three that you actually will put money on.
So, like I already said, Cooper Cup. Okay, that one I'm definitely putting money on. Um,
Cup
yep, we're
at
going.
plus 130 on DraftKings.
Yep, same over here.
Okay,
And we're gonna throw in Sammy Laporta. Have to.
have to throw in Laporta. What's he looking at? He's
145 for me at least.
135. Okay,
Mhm.
Laporta. Yep.
mhm. And then
And then your third. I need one more.
yeah, like I said, I got Blake Corum over 24.5 yards. I don't think he's gonna get a touchdown though. I'm trying to look for like the tight ends here, and it's like I don't know. Yeah, I always like
Is
to
it
get like
Parkinson?
I like
Parkinson,
to
I
get a
think is
sleeper, but
Parkinson. I believe is the tight end from Seattle. That's now
yeah,
a Ram.
Colby. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jamison Williams.
I don't hate that play.
Gives
Jay
you a little bit better
Williams,
odds,
dude.
plus 240. I think he's actually gonna have a pretty good year this year, but
Okay.
he
It's
kind
kind
of
of juiced, but
he came alive in the playoffs. But yeah, those are them.
okay.
I'm not gonna take a ton. I mean, other than the main guys like Montgomery and Kyron, I don't have a problem with Gibbs, but I'm not gonna throw my name on it.
You don't
I'm
want.
not.
You're not trying to bet on guys that are minus money.
Yeah, no, and also Gibbs, I'm not as high on as everybody else
You
in the
don't like
league is.
anybody for 2 touchdowns in this game?
Um, that's a good question.
I really don't mind Kyron for 2 right now. At plus 500.
Yeah, I don't mind Kyron for two, but I'm also not willing to do that in this game. Like I said,
I
taking 2 touchdowns is gonna be more so second week, third week. Like it's gonna take me a while. Like I did like the play with Saquon, but Saquon's better than these running backs. So like
Cooper
Saquon
Kupp
was
sitting at
better.
plus 900
Yep.
for 2 touchdowns. You don't like that?
I like the odds, but I don't like it actually happening. I think it'll be. I could see it being Cup, Nakua, Kyron, and Blake Corum.
I'm gonna throw a unit on that.
Okay.
Cup 2 touchdowns,
Mhm.
2 TDs. I'm gonna throw one on that, and then I also like Laporta, and obviously I like Cup for 1, but I'm just gonna throw. I'm gonna throw him for 1 too. So I'm trailing you on both of those, and then I'm also gonna throw one Kyron Williams minus the 120.
Okay.
David Montgomery is minus 145 for a touchdown.
Yeah, he's the favorite, and it's gonna happen.
So yeah, I think that's a pretty safe bet. Amon Ra plus 100. That's an interesting one.
Mhm. He's minus 115 for me, but. Mhm.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Like I said, once again, at the end of this video, in the next, whenever this thing ends, probably the next 60 seconds, we will have all of the picks on a board. So if you need to pause it, take a screenshot, whatever it is, you'll have all our picks right there. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys are enjoying the content, we're going to be here all season long. We're raring to go. It's been super fun. These first 2 games have been incredible. Matt, you got anything else to add?
No, keep tuning in. Leave some comments. Like, let us know if you're actually copying our bets, or if you want to call us an
Fading them?
idiot. Yeah, if you want to fade our picks, if you want to, like that's fine too. But like we've said, like we're gonna be here, the whole entire season. So
All season long,
if
baby.
you're shy and you don't want to leave a comment, that's fine. Wait till next week, and just wait till that one time because you're gonna take one of our bets at some point. It's gonna hit, and you're gonna be excited. And you're gonna
Gonna
want to
be
share.
freaking hyped.
And you're
Yep.
gonna want to let us know, be like, hey guys, keep up the good work because I actually just made some money on you guys. So, but other than
For
that,
sure.
we'll catch you guys in the next video, and yeah, that'll be Monday night and Tuesday morning, somewhere around there for the Monday night game.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on.
Yeah, and we will catch you guys in the next video.